Hello there. My name is Louis, aka Louis the Frenchie Monette, or apparently Harloff wants to call me the French Mountie. You're watching Schmoedown Night in Canada, and tonight we have my man, Mr. Soda. How are you today?
I'm doing excellent, Louis. It's a beautiful day out here in BC.
Yes, you lucky man, because us was raining and damp and ugh. Anyways, I'm not going outside, so who cares?
Yeah.
All right, so Oilers.
My Oilers jersey. One of my Oilers jerseys today.
McDavid?
No, there's no name on this. This is from them before the McDavid era.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
it was like $20, so that's why I bought it.
Oh, you're not supposed to say how much you spend on things, sir. Anyways. All right, so before we start, there's one thing I want to mention. One hats off to one special person. We wanted to say a special thank you to the Schmo Way. The Schmo Way has redesigned all of our logos for Schmoedown Night in Canada, the Schmoes in the North, including also the logos for our podcast, the Frenchie Watches, and Ringside Rewind. So thank you so much. By the way, if you haven't followed the Schmo Way on Twitter, they collect everything you need to know. They curate all the best tweets. I don't go on Twitter that much. The best tweets of Schmoedown related content into one place. So if there's one place you need to know or need to go for Schmoedown, it's on the Schmo Ways tweet. All right. Twitter. Man, I don't know Twitter. All right. So again, thank you very much. And be sure to look whatever you do content-wise is amazing. All right. So let's go to the match. First of all, what is your standout moment of the week for today's match or this week's match?
My stand-up moment, honestly, was Andrew Guy, how great of a manager he was.
Damn it!
That was yours too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting in there and I'm watching him, and when they're doing the second round two wheel round, it's like, man, if he were to retire today, he'd be a great manager. He's definitely got the presence and motive in the talk. Like, yeah, it caught me off guard.
Yeah, I put a poll on Schmoes in the North saying, what is the percentage of him replacing Sam eventually? A lot of people say slim chances, which makes sense. But I would bet money on him being a manager next year, having his own faction next year. He's growing. I think he might be able to do like Robert Meyer Burnett did, keep a slot for him to actually compete, but have his own faction, his own players. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be. I personally, I don't think next year. I probably think would be the year after that. But yeah, no, there always is that opportunity, because from what it sounds like, this hasn't been confirmed, but it sounds like the person who finishes last in the standings will lose their entire roster. So that would open up a chance for an Andrew Guy to have his own faction.
All right, I love you, Kaiser. Run your butt up. You gotta do something,
yes.
man.
Yes.
I don't want to lose Kaiser. Oh, man. My standout moment. What is your standout moment? So I'm going to switch it up. Paramo as a whole. I was really impressed. The guy is... What a lucky guy. Going from a live event to being on the Schmoedown to being with the usual suspects and now getting his first win.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what? I would love to see him with Janine.
As a team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Janine and Paramo might be an interesting combination. Janine needs a partner right now. She, as much as I love her, she needs to be in a team. Usual suspects need an X factor right now because they're okay, but they're not killing anything in the rankings right now. So they need to do what Silvestrini and Goddard is doing, is taking two people that you wouldn't necessarily put together and creating havoc. They need to do that.
Yeah, that and they would make a great team. Just the one thing is Paramo lives, I believe, in Florida, so there wouldn't be that many matches. So that probably would be the only thing that would be preventing that from happening. But that is a good call. They would make a great team. He had a very good stage presence. Like, you could tell he was nervous at first, but once he started settling in, he had it. He got it.
Yeah, it's you can tell he's nervous, but he kind of reminded me of Chance's debut.
Debut.
You know,
Hmm.
Chance was a bit nervous, but he didn't say much. He was there, and then he progressed. I have a feeling that he will be the same thing. He has that presence, had a bit of things to say, but the more he'll get in the ring, the more he's gonna develop as a character.
Yeah.
And there's definitely something to work with because he he had this edge to him in the sense that he was smooth, he was cool, but he's a killer,
Hmm.
and he knows his stuff, and he can probably do a couple of good comebacks without sounding off as a douchebag.
Yeah, 100%. I also liked I like Brittany's presence too. Like you could tell she was having a lot of fun. She enjoyed her time being there. She fit right in. She was very very funny.
I love the fact that they didn't put her as a heel. They put her
Yeah.
as like this bubbly persona, like you said. She's the LED neon light of the dungeon. She brings the light where needed be, and um, she works. I was expecting her to be more wrestling type, like because of her show. That's just my simple brain, and I really love that she just went as herself and just presented this awesome energy, just excited to be there. And you can see she was also a bit nervous.
Yeah.
But the more the match came in, the more she did little jokes, little inserts, and she got more comfortable. And I really applaud her.
Yeah, and her and Kaiser are a great pairing. He is a good foil for her. He's a good foil for anybody. But once they were into the opening interview, it was like, they got a great dynamic right off the bat.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go. Let's go to the match. We're not gonna go round by round. Let's go just general.
Okay.
I was personally off the bat rooting for Young. I loved her from her debut in a celebrity match. She stood out. Something really fit with Young and Schmoedown. You can see she was so excited to be there, but excited to finally use her movie knowledge for a reason. And I was really rooting for her. Paramo, yeah, okay, cool, but I didn't really remember him that much. I think his match wasn't
Yeah, they
published.
never was filmed.
Exactly. So so there wasn't much to base on. And she was doing good, but they were both doing good. For rookies, I was expecting pretty much what we got, but I was still impressed because especially Young, for someone who only played 2 matches, seemed to knew how to do strategy. She kind of understood the game right off the bat, which is very rare for a rookie.
Yeah, and from what Harloff was saying this week, she was very gung ho towards the Schmoedown. So it sounds like she was like doing her studying and all that jazz. So that probably helped to why she's she like as to what you said. I honestly I didn't really have any takers going into this match. I never really do when it's a rookie's first match, like when it's 2 rookies facing each other, just because this is the unknown factor. But it was nice to see Brittany have the opportunity to properly show her skills, because you can see it a little bit in the celebrities matches, but those matches were just generally showcases. Like they weren't really anything. So to see her actually unleash her breadth of knowledge from her USC film course was pretty cool.
Yeah, they were showcases, but at the same time, it's the only celebrity event, one of the only celebrity events that I went, whoa, she could be an actual player. So yeah, it was showcased, but it's still like there's a reason why she's back.
Yeah, she got bit. She definitely got the bug.
Yeah. All right. So it sucks, because she had the lead and around 2.
Yeah.
Even stuck with a category. Oscars, that's not an easy category. You can see she got deflated a bit.
Yeah, no, definitely. So some of those like the I didn't realize David Fincher had been nominated for that many Oscars personally. But yeah, there were a couple questions that I was surprised she missed, like the Schindler's List one. Or no, she got that one. Shit, I just watched this match too. There were some questions that
Language.
Whatever, Harloff.
Is Kaiser around?
No, sorry, I was channeling.
You're not allowed.
Okay, I'm my apologies, but no, but there were a couple questions where I was actually surprised that she missed. Yeah.
But she knew the game. She knew how to strategize. But
Yeah.
again, like it was an official match, right, with actual stakes. So maybe it got the best of her. But at the same time, it might be normal for you, but for her, if
No, 100%. And she did admit afterwards in the interview that she does watch all the Oscars, but she's not an Oscar buff.
exactly, because to be honest, I don't know how Bateman does it. Like 3 hours of Oscars, yes, you can look at all the details, but man, those Oscar details mesh together. They're so ominous because it's not like you have to remember one movie release date or director. Is like
Yeah.
multiple nominations, multiple wins and this and that. It expands so much. So I don't blame her.
No, it's understandable. And then Jader, he stayed with crime movies, but he almost regretted it there.
Yeah, thank God for the third round in his part because, yeah, but like this might be stereotypical of me, but he looked like a crime movie type of guy, though.
Oh, are you profiling?
Nah, but I mean, like, yeah,
Looks
maybe
like
I am.
It looked
Maybe
like
I am.
no, you're right. It did look like that would be something that he would watch.
Yeah, and something also you mentioned. He fits the usual suspects because he fits with Guy. There's something about because again, we still haven't seen Sam. I don't know what the hell is going on with this kid. He's probably very busy, or enjoying his time with the Crusher. I don't know. But that being said, he fits with Guy. Something about their dynamic might be an interesting pairing if you think about it. Guy and Paramo.
Yeah, Guy does need a new teammate now. So
that really stood out. But man, that third round.
Yeah, back and forth.
That was harsh, man. I felt bad for Young because I can feel like for every question, like my heart's sinking. Like I'm not getting fantasy point leagues. I'm not getting fantasy point leagues because she was in one of my leagues and I need points.
Yeah,
because Snyder sucks.
Oh, don't tell him that.
Oh, look, I love the guy, but right now, he needs vitamins. He needs to do something.
Yeah,
I really not. I'm not happy with you, sir. If you're listening, I'm not happy with you. Sign my. I would definitely take your autograph and shake hands, but I am not happy.
Yeah, no, the third round was definitely tough, and you could tell like when she heard the question for her 5-pointer, she knew she was done.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Some players, the fall flat first and then rise to the occasion. Look at a kid. Look at a couple other players. The team action. Sometimes this happens. It's a learning experience. Now it really depends on how Kaiser is going to train her to how you get back up. And that's one thing I think Kaiser's going to be really good at is making sure his players don't give up right off the bat, because that's the thing with a rookie team, right? It's your first experience, so your first loss might be something very hard to swallow.
Yeah.
And if there's one person that can really manage the pain, is probably Kaiser.
Yeah, for sure. Just because of his track record last year with the rookies. No, there is no better manager for an instance like this. And I do have a feeling she will come back stronger. Now, Usual Suspects threw down the gauntlet at the end of the match in the interview and challenged Bonnie Somerville to a match.
I don't think that's a good pairing.
Really?
I think Paramo should get someone better.
Okay.
Goddard.
Goddard's not doing singles though.
I thought he was doing.
No, he's IG in teams.
Oh, so his win against Somerville. No, not Somerville. His win against.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. That was my bad. No, that's right. He did compete in singles. I'm sorry.
Do you know what you need, sir? You need coffee.
I got water.
Hey, it's 10:35 my time. You're 3 hours earlier. You have no excuse, sir. I'm supposed to be tired.
Yeah, I've got too much knowledge up in this brain that sometimes I forget the little things.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right, but yeah, no. I don't know, like the whole Somerville thing. It's like it's asking. I'm sorry, Somerville, but it's asking for an easy win. Give yourself a challenge. Give yourself,
Well, not necessarily, because in Janine's first match, she almost beat her.
Yeah, but that's I don't know. There's something about Somerville. I don't think she's ever gonna play this season. First of all, I personally don't think.
Well, she has to show up.
It is the outsiding joke, but at the same time, it is true.
Yeah.
But you know what? You said it. You wanted something good. Put Janine versus Paramo. No,
Janine
that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. Yeah, true.
Yeah, they're trying not to do that.
Damn it! I'm trying to find a good combination. I can't find one.
Yeah.
It's hard because, especially with rookies, who do you pair up with? Because you don't want to go too high grade. But yeah,
RB3. Dewberry or RB3.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Interesting. Although RB3 isn't Somerville level. I love RB3, but he's kind of the mascot. He's kind of the cheer guy.
Fair enough.
But putting
Dewberry would be good.
Yeah, because Dewberry needs it needs a comeback from the experiment, which was an interesting thing. And yeah, what about Young? Who do you see Young against?
Who do I see Young facing against? Actually, I would like to see her go against Makuga.
Interesting.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun.
Yeah, because anything with Makuga is the fun. I love the guy.
Yeah, no, honestly, he would be. I miss him.
Me too. Like I follow him on social media, but that was one of the things that I meant, that because he was doing eating history, is that he wasn't around for a lot of things. So it's yeah.
You know what? Just to piss off Dave because he's not here today. Go Wild Berries. You missed it, sir. You wanted to be with your family. Wild Berries. You'll never hear me say that again. All right.
Yeah, unless you lose a bet or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not losing a bet. I never lose bets.
Yeah, I don't bet because I always lose bets.
Yeah, like I always make my girlfriend do dishes because we always do bets and I always win. So.
You think she'd learn by now?
Yeah, she's competitive, and no, she doesn't. But for me, Young, I would like to see because she needs a uprise. Stacey Howard.
Okay, Stacey Howard would be a good benchmark because she has beaten some greats in the game before, so that would be a good test for Brittany.
But as well, Stacey has to move up the ranks, right?
Yeah.
So it would be a good match. Hey, I love to see two strong female competitors go at it too. It's always a fun thing to see. So, but you see, this is how long I haven't checked on Howard. Who is she with?
I was just thinking the same thing, but she's with Rockstars. I think it's Rockstars.
See, yeah, the Dungeon versus Rockstars is a nice thing to see.
Yeah.
Roxy versus Kaiser. Ooh.
Yeah, Roxy versus anybody. Some Boston sass.
Except for Sam Levine, or there's a couple of people. Yeah, it'll be nice to see, but there's even more bigger rivalries like
Finstock for sure. The Finstock Roxy one is top notch for managers.
All right. I also want to touch on the Dungeon. Love you, Kaiser. Love you, Parker. Something's got to give.
Yeah. Well, next week, that'll probably be it because the match announced for next week is Parker versus Ace Cabrera. So next week could be the week.
But that's the thing. How far can you go with just good IG players?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you got Smets, you got Parker, but at one point, one will face the other, and Dethrone still puts your dominance in the IG, higher points, blah, blah, blah. Good for you. But could you really survive on two really good players on IG and hope to have a growth in your rookies? Because as much as I have faith in Kaiser, I haven't seen any rookie that blew me away yet.
No, none yet. And like I said, Parker could turn the tide, but if Parker doesn't win, their season's over.
Yeah, if he loses right off the bat, or
they're done.
Wins, they're done because that was his winning.
That was his prize. Yeah, his prize
horse. Or prize horse. Yeah. But yeah, something's got to give. Uh, and it's up because if you're going what you're saying, if potentially one of the teams that is last will disappear, yeah, losing Kaiser would suck so bad
It would.
because I love the other managers, but there's no one else like him. There's no one else that I get excited when he's on.
Yeah.
The only one that makes me as excited is Finstock because he is the weirdest thing on the planet, and he probably lived on another planet. But Kaiser has this excitement that makes me want to watch him every time, but also makes me want to understand him more of the strategy, look deeper into his stuff. The other managers are good, but some of them are just non-present, like Sam Levine. Where the are you?
He's working.
I know, but I'm still saying, like,
Yeah.
that shows the level of commitment that Kaiser has. And if Schmoedown loses that kind of person that has that much commitment,
Well, hold on.
okay.
Again, like I said, that's just something I heard Harloff say. That's not 100% confirmed about the whole last place thing losing. But if that were to happen and Kaiser were to lose his team, that would finally open up the opportunity for him to go on the desk. So we wouldn't lose him. We'd lose him as the manager. But to have Kaiser and Ellis, or Kaiser and Harloff, or Kaiser and Ken on the desk,
Okay, yeah, you see, that would be a good, takeaway.
Yeah.
But if you give me the choice between Kaiser the manager and Kaiser the desk commentator, I'm taking Kaiser the manager any time of the day because I love Kaiser the desk guy.
yeah.
I need him as a manager
Okay, why do you need him as a manager?
because he brings something different from every manager.
Okay.
He brings a sensibility, especially if he really could get one of his rookies to evolve. They need that kind of coach to really, breed and do what he did with Oyama and do what he did with Smets. No one else. I don't think you put Smets with someone else or Oyama with someone else, it would have had the same results. I really think there's some Kaiser magic into the rookies that no one else has.
You're right, but I think if you were on the desk, it would definitely bring a new, fresh air. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the people who are on the desk now, but it'd be great to have a more permanent color commentary person who could bring the different aspect of analysis to the desk because he was primarily a manager. Everyone else was more of a competitor, so he would have the managerial stick, and it would definitely fit well in with he's the Bobby the Brain Heenan of the Schmoedown because Heenan transitioned to commentator. So I don't know. I think he would bring a new breath of fresh air to the desk that we've never seen before.
Segue right there. You said Bobby the Brain Heenan. If you haven't watched our interview with Kaiser, go dive deep into his idols and into the inspiration of his character. So if you haven't watched that interview, continue the show, please, to the end. But right after, go back to that interview because it is a must watch.
Oh, hands down. Yeah, I definitely learned a lot about the guy. I liked him before. I gained a lot of respect from him there. And to hear some of the stories he had, it was pretty cool.
All right. Now, there's one part I think you want to talk about, and it was such a treat. First of all, we started with Mr. Gucci himself without a shirt because why not?
That's just who he is.
Yeah, and we end with the rebirth, the rise of the Phoenix. That
Bob Finstock.
I am so happy to see what Finstock. This is the thing. Is Finstock managing the Finstock Exchange?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be Finstock and a master whole thing because I would love to see both of them at the same time. I would love to see Gucci from time to time and just Finstock being like the idiot behind, they're doing things behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's probably is going to be the route that they go because Finstock is just an alter ego. It's kind of like best way I could put it is Dagnito is like the McFoley of the league. He's definitely the multiple faces of Dagnito. Finstock will more than likely be coming out to manage, but yeah, more likely what will happen is you'll have Gucci for some, and Finstock for some others. But it was really, really cool to see the mask once again because, I thought it was destroyed last year by Burnett, and it turns out, no, it wasn't. Guy did a fast one.
Yeah, no, it's obviously all planned out, but at the same time, it was probably my favorite scene. I love the Lon Harris one, but it's the shortest, but also the most effective. It's straight to the point. You can't get more Finstock than that, He really found his style when it comes to his promos, and even better this year. And one other thing I like to relate to Finstock is how well the Barbarian is becoming, because he's so awkward in that post-interview smashing. He says like 1-2 lines and then that's it. But it was so awesome, and he's kind of like the bastard child Finstock Jr.,
Yeah, that was pretty good. I liked Guy's answer to him, though. It's like, I'm all for giving rookies free reign around here, but do it better.
But at the same time, I found it was just perfect. He was so weird and awkward that you can see that Finstock is shining through him. He's taking notes from Finstock.
Yeah, that's a match made in heaven, for sure.
Yeah. Now, okay. That's
now that Finstock is back, your favorite Finstock moment? It could be Schmoedown, or it could be Schmo's no-show.
I'm gonna go boring. I'm gonna go to the obvious one, Finn Draco. That moment,
I love that.
I love that Finn Draco moment. It kind of like solidified, Finstock as being this mastermind and being a prototype of a manager. As much as Roka was a prototype of the first character, Finstock really establishes himself as this is what a manager is. He does weird things. He does promos. He groups everyone up. He makes sure that everyone's prepared. He is the prototype. And for me, at that moment, I realized, okay, this guy is special, because I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's Harloff. I don't know if it's both. But the way he sold it made me thought that this is from him, You can never tell if it's from Harloff. So the way he sells his stuff, even though it might be scripted, was so genius.
Yeah, and Draco was as much a part of that as anything else. Like him being straight, I would have loved to have been in the room for that one. That was a great moment. Great moment. For me, it goes back to the Schmoes No Show, but the Spicy Lucy moment is right up there. Because I don't know if you've been watching the Schmoes No Reunion show that they started doing.
I haven't had time, to be honest.
Oh man, you're missing out. But no, they Dagnino said on there that Spicy Lucy was just somebody he met that day, and they texted Dagnino if you want to be in the show. He's like, sure, can I bring this person with me? And lo and behold.
Also, another one of my favorite moments is the whole Roxy and Finstock SEN live. Oh man.
Oh, that was backstage.
Yeah. Oh, backstage.
That was backstage. Yeah.
Oh man, you can see that one person that can probably bring him to Asylum is Roxy, but that really I saw a different side of Finstock, a more vulnerable side, like a less cocky. I know it all. I am the dictionary of knowledge. You can see there was some page missing in his dictionary. Yeah, and that was because of Roxy.
Yeah, first time you've ever seen him get upset like that.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know why. Roxy, she was bugging him, but I think it's just layers of personal vendetta against the woman.
Yeah, maybe
to start off, but or maybe they're having beers right now. We don't know,
Well, from a distance, yeah.
Well, hey, I did a beer session over Facebook with some of my friends yesterday, so
nice.
You could have a beer.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything else, my sir?
No. Like I said, next week's announced match: Parker versus Cabrera. This is going to be fun to watch because we'll finally get to see the hyped Robert Parker in action.
He's hyped. He's not overhyped, in my opinion.
That's why I didn't say overhyped.
I keep saying over and over again, this kid is gonna change the league. Okay. This kid is gonna make you realize that not only do you have to be perfect in IG, not missing rounds, you have to get your bonus question, and you have to be ready to go time if you're perfect as well. He is going to change honestly the speed round, the betting round. He's been trained in a way that I don't else in Smets, because of the fan leagues, no one else really got his training. And to be 21-0 in any match, IG singles in the fan leagues, to be 21 or 25 and 24-0, never actually having a loss is something that is very hard to replicate.
Nope, for sure. The only thing that, from everything I heard, the only thing that could possibly get him down would be the lights.
But again, the lights didn't get him down in the live event. He went through, he did.
Yeah, but that's different. That's just going up, saying your piece, and getting off. That's different from competing, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I do agree, but he still has the advantage over other people that he's been in matches. It's not his first match. Sure. It's his first match in this setting. But once, the first or second question comes in, I have a feeling that the multiplex switch is going to turn on, and it's going to be any other match.
Fair enough.
And he's going to run.
As much as I love Ace, I do take Parker with the win, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout of any type of imagination here.
TKO.
You thinking TKO? I'm thinking it's going to. I think if anything, Ace is going to answer his 3-point question, and that's going to be it.
I think it's going to stop its mid-second round.
Oh, so you're going full knockout.
Full knockout. First of all, that's how much I believe in Parker. From what I've seen, from what Boatman, if you don't know Boatman, he's one of the coolest guys on multiplex. But from a lot of people been telling me, but from what I've been seeing, and from my conversation with him, he's going to destroy Ace, sadly, for Ace, but he's going to destroy him. And second part of my answer is I need freaking points, and he's in almost every of my IG fantasy leagues. So I need him to rack up points. So if he gets TKO, I'm actually not last.
Okay, fair enough. So you have a personal connection for this.
Yes, I need him to win, please.
Yeah.
But no, I really believe in this kid. And Ace, I don't know anything about him. As much as he might be a good guy, it's like putting in, Robert Meyer Burnett, or putting in, there's not many people that is in the caliber of Smets, Kamnowski, and I think in the same vein.
Sure.
And we're going to soon Parker.
For sure. I think Ace might surprise people just because I've listened to him on the Meaning of podcast with RB3, cheap plug. He's pretty knowledgeable, so I think I don't think it's gonna be as big a blowout as you think.
Okay, well, we'll
find out.
We get there. Yes, sir. All right. So before we end, by the way, if it's not done, please subscribe. We are getting views after views after views now. You are all supporting us more and more. We do thank you. We thank you very much for Harloff for shouting us out too. If ever you're watching, you never know. We really, really appreciate, and we're going to keep giving you the best content you'll ever see, okay? So subscribe. Also, if you're not aware, me and my man, this guy, has new podcasts on Anchor. Why don't you just give 2 little seconds about what your podcast is about, sir?
Okay, so my podcast is called Ringside Rewind. I'm a big professional wrestling fan, have been since I was a little kid, and every week I get watch a match with somebody. Most of the time, it's going to be somebody who has fallen out of wrestling or have never watched a match before. And we're going to review the match, get their thoughts, and I will tell them some trivia about the match and stuff like that.
Yeah, and my podcast is called The Frenchie Watches. Very simple. Every week we dive deep into one specific movie. First part, we go into the trivia, we go into our thoughts. But second part, we really dive deep into the message, the psychology, the what makes this movie tick. There's a lot of things going on behind what you actually see in a movie, and usually you have to give it some thought before realizing, getting the haha moment, and we bring it to you. If you haven't done it before, you'll be doing it soon. All right, so to end the show, I just want to remind people, because I messed up the first part. Go follow the Schmo Way. That person is incredible, deserves all the support you get. can get.
Yeah, definitely been a lifesaver.
Oh, not just a lifesaver, like facelifted our Brad, honestly. All right, so again, thank you. Till next time.